Are the Facebook ads that you use in your business not that effective? I mean, we've seen hundreds of videos on YouTube about people crushing it using Facebook ads, but your ads give you minimal gains, if any at all. In this video, I'm going to share with you 10 master secrets on how you can take your Facebook ad from a flop to masterclass, and you will earn yourself a lot more money. Each one of these tips is guaranteed to maximize your profitability on your Facebook ad. And I've broken down each of the sections in this video on the timeline at the bottom of your screen, so feel free to jump around. Tip number 1 is leveraging lookalike audiences, and here's how. A lookalike audience needs a source audience, people to look alike. This source can be based on website visitors if you're using a Facebook pixel, customer lists like an email list of phone numbers, or engagements on Facebook or Instagram, people who have interacted with your page, your post, or your videos in the past. If you don't already have a custom audience, your source audience, you'll need to create one, and here's how. In the Facebook Ads Manager, click on the menu, which is the 3 horizontal lines in the top left corner, and select Audiences under the Assets section. Click the Create Audience and select Custom Audience. Depending on your source, choose one of these options. Website traffic, if you're using Facebook pixels to attract website visitors. Customer list, if you're uploading a list of customers via CSV or text. Or engagement, if you're creating an audience based on interactions on Facebook or Instagram. Follow the on-screen prompts to set up your custom audience. After setting up your custom audience, you can now create a lookalike audience based on it. In Ads Manager, go to Audiences from the menu in the top left corner. Click on Create Audience, then select Lookalike Audience. You'll then need to select your source audience. Under Source, click on the drop-down menu to select the custom audience that you want to use as a base for your lookalike audience. This can be, once again, website traffic, a customer list, or engagement. You'll need to choose your target country. Choose the country or countries where you want to find your lookalike audience. You can only create a lookalike audience from a source audience within the same country or region. You'll need to select your lookalike audience size, 1 to 10%. Facebook will show you a slider where you can select the percentage of the population that you want your lookalike audience to represent. 1% represents people who are closest to your source audience, i.e. the most similar, and 10% represents a broader group that is still similar to your source audience, but includes more people. My recommendation is to start with 1% if you're looking for people who are highly similar to your test audience, and then gradually increase as you get more and more sales. After selecting your source audience and percentage, click Create Audience. Facebook will begin to create your lookalike audience, which could take a few minutes or up to a couple of hours. Once your lookalike audience is created, you can use it in a Facebook ad campaign. In Facebook's Ad Manager, click Create to start a new campaign. Choose your campaign objective. During your ad set creation step, under Audience, click Use a Saved Audience. Select the lookalike audience you created earlier. You can narrow your lookalike audience by adding demographic or interest-based targeting to further filter your audience. Complete the remaining campaign setup, and once everything is set, click Publish. Once your campaign is live, you can track its performance by, of course, using the Ads Manager. Tip number 2 is retargeting. Before you can retarget people on Facebook, you need to have the Facebook pixel installed on your website. The pixel is a piece of code that tracks user actions on your site and allows Facebook to gather data for retargeting ads. To do this, we start by creating your pixel. Go to the Facebook Ads Manager, click on the menu, the 3 horizontal lines in the top left corner. Under Measure and Report, select Events Manager. Select Pixels under the Data Sources section. Click on Add to create a new pixel. Name your pixel and click Create. After creating the pixel, Facebook will provide installation instructions. You can manually install the pixel code or use a partner integration like Shopify or WordPress. Alternatively, if you're using a website builder like Shopify, you can add the pixel ID on your store's Facebook integration settings. Once a pixel is installed and tracking events like page views, add to cart actions, or purchases, you can proceed with retargeting. Now that you have your pixel set up, you can create a custom audience of people who have interacted with your website or content. In the Facebook Ads Manager, click on the menu, the 3 horizontal lines, select Audiences under the Assets section. Click on Create Audience and choose Custom Audience. Under the Source section, select Website, since you are retargeting people who visited your website. Facebook offers several options when defining your website visitors. Here's a couple of examples. All website visitors, retargeting anyone who has visited your website, people who have visited specific web pages, or people who have completed specific actions. You need to choose the event that you want to retarget, all website visitors or a custom combination. You can narrow down your audience further by selecting specific time frames, who visited within the last 30, 60, or 90 days. Use the Exclude option to remove people who have already made purchases or performed specific actions. After selecting your criteria, give your audience a name and click Create Audience. Now that the audience is saved, you can add that audience to your Facebook ad. Now that this custom audience has been created, you can use it as the audience for your ad, just like we did in the previous tip. Tip number 3 is how to exclude certain groups from your audience. Here's how you do it. In Ads Manager, after you've created a new campaign or edited an existing campaign, you need to scroll down to Audience. Under Audience, you will see an option to define your target audience based on location, demographic, interests, and behaviors. You can exclude people by either using custom audiences or by excluding specific interests, behaviors, or demographics. You may want to exclude people who have already engaged with your brand, such as those who have purchased from your website or those who are part of a specific customer list. Scroll to the Custom Audiences section within the Audience area of the ad set. Under the Custom Audience section, click Exclude button. The Exclude option is next to the Include under the Custom Audiences section. A drop-down menu will appear with all the custom audiences you've created in Facebook Ad Manager. Now select the audience you wish to exclude. This may include people who've already purchased from you, website visitors, people who've engaged with your Facebook or Instagram in the past, or a custom uploaded list. You may want to exclude certain geographical locations from your targeting. To do this, you scroll down to the location setting under the audience area. In the locations box, select Include or Exclude option. In the locations box, select the Exclude option. Click on the Exclude option and then type in the location that you want to exclude. Choose Exclude people who live in this location or exclude people traveling to this location based on your needs. You can also exclude certain groups of people based on demographics, such as age or gender. Scroll down to the Detailed Targeting section within your audience settings. In the Detailed Targeting box, click Edit. You'll see options for include people based on their interests, behavior, and demographics. To exclude people, click the Exclude People option. Under the criteria you want to include, enter the criteria that you want to exclude. You could exclude demographics, interests, or behaviors. Once you're happy with the groups that you've excluded, save and publish your ad set. Tip number 4 is to optimize your ad for mobile users. An estimated 98% of people on Facebook are scrolling on their phones, so your ad should be optimized for mobile usage. Here's a couple of tips to optimize your ad. The layout of your ad should be either vertical or at the very least square. A vertical ad is in the 9:16 format, or a square is a 1:1 format. This format will maximize screen space on your mobile device, and this will ensure that your ad takes up more real estate on the screen, reducing distractions. Use high quality imagery or videos. It's important to use crisp, high-resolution visuals optimized for small screens. Ensure videos are clear, even on lower data connections, with resolutions of 720p or higher. Keep it visual. Rely on strong imagery or video content instead of long text. Mobile users scroll quickly, so grab their attention visually. The 5th tip in having an excellent performing Facebook ad is to use your customers' testimonials in your ad. The testimonial can look simply like a Google review, a written email highlighting your goods and services and how excellent they are, or better yet, a video of one of your customers saying how good your products are. Having somebody else say how good your goods and services are is a great way to promote your business, and you should run an ad using that. A video testimonial is a great way for you to promote your goods and services, especially on social media, so use it. My next tip is to incorporate motion graphics in your ad. Every year, 2-dimensional graphics convert lower and lower. Adding motion to your graphics helps catch the eye of your potential customer. This is an example of what a motion graphic looks like. Tip 7 is creating a clear call to action. A cardinal rule of advertising is that you should ask the potential customer to do one and only one thing. Too many ads I've seen out there tell the potential customer to give you a call or send you a text or visit your website, giving you a bunch of different options, and the conversion rate goes through the floor. Conversely, if your ad doesn't tell them to do anything, you're not going to get leads either. So it's important to have one powerful call to action. For example, call now, or send a message, or visit my website. Now, even though you should have only one call to action, that does not mean that your ad should only say that call to action one time. In fact, the golden rule is that you should mention your call to action 3 times in one ad. Here's an example. If you want a potential customer to call you for a free quote, the title of your ad could say, "Call for a free quote." The body of your ad can describe your services, and it can end with, "Call for a free quote." And then at the bottom of your ad, there's a button where you can call for your free quote. It gives your potential customer 3 opportunities to take action. Tip number 8 is to analyze the data of your current performing ads. From this data, you should be looking into insights that are patterns. For example, of the people interacting with your ad, what are their ages? What are their genders? What are their interests? If you notice a consistent pattern, such as 70% of the people reaching out from your ad are female, then you can retarget using that same ad, targeting just females. You can do the same thing with any sort of audience insight. Tip number 9. The name of the game in advertising is to take real-time analytics to make adjustments on our ads. And you can get additional analytics when you pair your Facebook ad with Google Analytics. Here's how you do it. Firstly, you need to make sure you set up a Google Analytics profile. You need to link your Google Analytics with your Facebook Business Manager. Enable auto tagging. Use the Google Campaign URL Builder to create a trackable URL with UTM parameters. Add the trackable URL to your Facebook ad, and you can monitor your campaign's performance in Google Analytics. And last but not least, you need to keep track of your ad's fatigue. Facebook is automatically going to give your ad a fatigue score, but you need to set it up correctly so that you can actually see this score. Here's how you do it. Go to your ads manager, click on the columns drop-down menu, select Customize column, and then check the box next to frequency. That way you can add it to your report. By monitoring your frequency, you can keep stale ads from continuing to hit your potential customers. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit this subscribe button right here. If this video was too complicated for you and you'd prefer more of a beginner's guide on how to do Facebook ads, click on this video right here where I take you step by step on how to do your very first Facebook ads. Once again, thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.